What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Coming to you live to tape here. That's right. On the internet. Live to tape on the internet. Recording remotely. Damn it.
I always thought that was such a weird thing. Like, are they legally required to tell us? Because I always thought live to tape, isn't everything live to tape? It happened at some point. I know that.
It definitely was live in the sense that the people doing it were alive while they
Right.
were doing it.
Isn't everything live to tape?
I think maybe live to tape is a specific thing. I think maybe what it actually means is they tape it and then broadcast it immediately, like 1 minute later, so they can, and then they have someone watching the live feed and adding like bleeps for the curse words and shit.
Oh, that'd be fun if we did that.
We should do that.
Hire a guy. We should go into a lot of debt.
We broadcast live on the internet with a 1 minute delay because we say fuck you all the time, or I don't even know what it would be. Like, what would we care about? You know what I mean? Like, what would we even want to bleep out? Like, who cares? What I just do is I don't say words I think are bad.
Yeah.
That's just what I do. Could you imagine being like when was the I guess what I'm saying is, when do you think the last time was that you were around somebody that didn't like that you said fuck? Is your mom even still like that? My parents aren't even like that anymore.
Well, my parents would definitely be like, "What are you cussing for?"
Right.
Like, they wouldn't I don't think they would gasp. They would just be like, "Oh, what? Come on. What are you doing?" Like, not in like this setting, but like if I went home for Christmas, was like, "How the fuck you doing, Dad?" He would definitely be perplexed.
Okay, well, see, that's weird because I call my mom fuck stick. That's what I call her. And
cool mom.
Yeah, I call my mom I call my mom fuck stick, and I call my dad shit bitch. That's what I call them both. No. That would also be shocking. I guess I don't really do that. But I used to when I was every now and then I'd be like, I'll throw out a loose F word around my parents, which when I was a kid, if I had just casually in the middle of a sentence been like, my fucking coffee got cold. My dad would be like, excuse me, just so. But now if I'm just like, my fucking pillow has a stain on it, like they don't even think about it. They just like let it roll by.
Yeah, I didn't really hear that second one as much.
But
one thing I've noticed is that it's sort of weirdly, especially with fuck, is that if you go, what the fuck? If you kind of if the fuck is the quietest word, if you kind of say it like Sebastian Maniscalco, you're like, what the fuck? That is permissible. But if you go, what the fuck? Not okay.
Oh, so it's maybe just that people don't want to be yelled at.
Yeah. And I think people kind of, even people that, like, I bet you could be next to the Pope and you go, what the fuck is this? And he would go, I know. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But to really hit that CK hard is, I think that's what people have a real problem with.
I've also always thought it was really funny that there are like non-cursing versions of cursing.
Oh, God.
In the sense that, like, like people who don't want you to blaspheme, take the Lord's name in vain, which has got to be the funniest way to describe talking. Please don't take the Lord's name in vain, as if like, I'm like bringing vanity to it. Like I'm supposed to have a reason for invoking the Lord's name is the implication there. Like if I were like, okay, well, I met God and I have several irritations with him, that would be fine. I don't know. Anyway, those people don't want you to say God damn it. So they'll say gosh darn it.
Right. Like God doesn't know.
It's like you're still saying God damn it. Like we know what you're saying. You're just not saying the words. Gold, darn it.
Yeah,
I think that's really funny.
To change both of them?
Shucks.
That's like changing motherfucker to mom sex man. It's like, I know what you mean. You just changed both words.
That's exactly what it's like. And mom sex man is what I'm gonna say from now on.
Don't say cocksucker, say penis licker, son. Like,
yeah, exactly. How's that any better?
Yeah, I don't see how it's better.
Tip kisser. You fucking tip kisser. That's so gross sounding.
I always the interpretation I always thought was better is like taking the Lord's name in vain would be like closer to like what Joel Osteen does, where it's like you're saying this is what you're doing, but what you're actually doing is making a lot of money for yourself.
Oh, really?
Is that it's like you're taking the Lord's name, but you're doing it in vain. You're not actually doing what Jesus would want. You're not acting in a godly way. You're being a selfish sort of vain. You're using his name for no reason.
Is that what a lot of Christian people think?
No.
Yeah.
That's sort of a hippy dippy way to. But that's always the way that it seemed more. And obviously, I guess you wouldn't want your pastor to be on stage being like,
God damn it.
God damn, it's almost noon. I got to get out of here. The game's on. You wouldn't want that. You'd probably want more respect.
That's I don't know. That sounds like a lot of fun. God damn, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. The Lord go with you, motherfuckers. and also
maybe
with you,
church
bitch.
would be
yeah.
Maybe church attendance would go up. The pastor like had a little beer on the pulpit. How we doing tonight? Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, goddamn. Jesus Christ, y'all seem tired. Crack your book open. Let's figure some shit out. Don't be a mom sex man. Let's we're going Old Testament today and try to wake you up.
It is funny. I've noticed that whenever you ever get a crowd, I hate whenever I get the feeling as a stand-up that the crowd is to my left or my right. I hate that feeling.
Yes.
Because then I hate feeling like a big old liberal cuck in front of a bunch of conservative people, and I hate feeling like a big old Nazi in front of, you know what I mean? I just hate it. Totally. I never want to feel so whenever I get that feeling, like if I ever get the feeling that the crowd thinks I'm a right winger, I'll always cuss a little more.
Interesting.
And if I want them to I don't know why.
And if they think you're like a lefty cuck, you curse a little less.
Yeah. And then I try to be like, I don't know. It's a little thing I've noticed, a little weakness I have.
Yeah. Like if they think you're left, you bring up that your dad's a pastor, and if they think you're right,
and then
bring
they go,
up that your brother's
sometimes
gay.
I can see it. Yeah, I see, if I see them go, hey, I like sometimes you see their eyes do that. You're like, the crowd is sizing me up.
Yeah.
You want to say something to keep them from turning on you.
I will say that's my least favorite part of stand-up now, and I do think it's a change in recent years. I think that either Trump or Twitter or just the general tone of everything have caused most people to think wherever they are, every person has an agenda.
Right.
And I think it's got to be Twitter. Everyone having opinions and us all reading each other's opinions all day, every day for years, I think has convinced us that every person has a political agenda. And I've just really noticed like liberal crowds or whatever crowds, like club crowds that are just tourists, every time I walk on stage, and it's the case for every comic, the whole crowd is like trying to guess who you are before you talk because they want to know if it's okay to like you.
Yeah.
And whereas like conservatives are like, well, you got to be conservative because if I like a liberal, then that like smashes my entire world. And then liberals are like, well, this guy better be lefty enough because if I don't like him, then I'm going to be canceled by my friends. And it's just all stupid. It's like not fair.
And it has nothing to do with comedy. It's like,
that's the thing. You're at a comedy show. Comedians who are funny, that's their agenda.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there are a lot of people that don't prioritize jokes over their weird agenda, and that's real, and I hate that. And if you're listening and you do that, please stop it now. That would be nice. But, whatever.
Like Earthquake. Like if you did, I don't want to be thinking about, like Brian Regan's got a bit about Pop-Tarts, and I would hate to delve into that or emergency room bit where he's got a bit about how he's like, how come there's no valet parking at the emergency room? Like, isn't that the biggest oversight ever?
That's
Like,
funny.
what am I gonna park? Even if you're not driving, he's like, don't you want to run in with your friend? You're not gonna be like, tell him you're shot. Then you
Yeah.
go park the car. Like,
Yeah, that's right. Tell him you're shot.
so, but it's just a funny bit. And if I'm sure there's a way to overanalyze it and be like, this guy's talking about healthcare. Oh
Mhm.
yeah, he doesn't like the. Oh, I bet he's a fucking lefty. Wants a single payer. He thinks that, and it's just like, don't think about that at all. It's not about that.
I would even say that political comedians that are really good at it are still prioritizing being funny over the politics.
Yeah.
And the politics are just what they think about.
Mhm.
And that's good. I like that. You know, it's like whatever. I'm not asking people to lie about who they are. I just think that if it's comedy, it should be comedy first. And where the
Right.
reason we're all like at each other's throats about it is that everyone is acting like they're prioritizing comedy, but they're not. They're prioritizing something else.
Yeah.
And I would even take it all the way back to Bill Hicks. I've always been so annoyed with Bill Hicks. And it's just like so funny because Bill Hicks, if you watch his stand-up is like, imagine if you had a gun that farted. Like that's what his fucking comedy is. And it's just like the silliest, dumbest. And he does voices and sound effects all the time. And he's like, my uncle's drunk. And then he just goes glug 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 glug. He's just like a fucking child. And then during his set, at some point, he's always like, "Here are the rules," and that's what people think about with him.
Right.
And he's like, "Here's the way that I'm going to need everybody to live." It's like, God damn it, man,
Right.
stop it.
Yeah, and I hate that do that with George Carlin all the time.
Totally.
Like some of my favorite George Carlin bits, and I hate when the left claims him and when the right claims him.
Me
'Cause I'm like,
too.
he
He's
wanted you
clearly-
both dead, you
Yes.
idiot. He did not care about you. He was just trying to be funny. He just wanted to smoke weed and talk shit. But one of my favorite bits about his is like what he'd do if he was in charge, where he's like, what we do is we take Colorado or Wyoming, one of those big square states no one gives a fuck about. Let's take it, put a fence around the whole thing. It's already a square, and we put in all the criminals. Put all the criminals in one state. And then once a year we open the door. Which is like, what could you assign? What party could you assign that? He doesn't even believe what he's saying. He's just talking shit.
He was also a cranky old man. You know, he like
Yeah.
literally, it is so funny when people invoke him in either way, because on the one hand, like it's so crazy when the right will invoke him as this guy who's like, you know, like loved America and wanted America to be better. And it's like, he was literally like, he would literally be like, if you're against abortion, you should be fucking shot. Like he would like but then he would also say this like really annoying shit sometimes where he was like, we are experiencing the erosion of the American man. That was like a real thing he thought.
Yeah.
And he was like, the new American men are pussies. And he was just like a fucking
What's also funny to me is it's always old guys that say that. It's always old guys, or and there's nothing worse than a young guy who wants to be an old guy.
Oh God, there's so
It's
many of that
lame.
right now.
I think they all want to fuck their dad. It's something weird about it. I don't like it.
My dad
But
is
it's always
hot.
an old guy, and they're like, eroding. They're being emasculated. It's the most obvious projection. You're eroding. You're literally eroding. Your bones are getting hollow, and your testosterone's dropping every year. And what fights are you getting in? George is 79 years old. Yeah, you really going beating ass all the time? I don't think so. I think it's such a sad thing. Whenever I see somebody talking about that, I just think it's so sad. It's
also like when the root of a thought, and this is like so many things could be broken down to this. I'm almost like, it's not even political to me anymore. It's just annoying to me when the root of any thought is, so I met this guy and he wasn't me. I like always hate that every time. Can you believe?
Unbelievable. Can you
this
believe
guy-
someone wasn't raised by my parents?
Everybody should be raised by my dad.
There should
and
be
two
one
of my-
family.
Todd Barry has that great riff on that album. I think it's From Heaven, where he was like,
Oh yeah, boo.
yeah, I went to Florida State, and someone goes, boo. I'm like,
Boo.
oh, you don't like Florida State? Oh, I went to University of Florida. Oh, yeah, boo. I went to a different school. Everybody should go to the same school.
You know what else? You don't see a lot of older female couples be like, they're eroding the American woman. They're eroding egg production.
Yeah, totally.
Menopause is an epidemic. It's like it's happening to you.
Oh, that's funny.
Happening to you. How do you not see this?
Oh man, I just can't believe we're different. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It is just so funny to think. Like I'm looking out my window right now, and there's a bunch of trees and the collection of backyards in the middle of the back of my block, and it's just like really funny to think like there's like a bunch of pine trees. And the pine trees are like, we got to get this spruce out of here. This spruce is a piece of shit. And all the bushes are like, yo, fuck trees.
Yeah, I just hate when that gets into comedy. I know there's different kinds of comedy. It's just like it's like you ever see those things where it's like 12-year-old comedian and it always goes viral or something, and it's like but even they don't go like, there's hair on my balls. It wasn't there yesterday. What's going on? Who was it? The government? It's like you're a dipshit.
That's really funny.
Get used to it.
A 12-year-old talking about their body changing like it's terrible. Talking about a 12-year-old doing comedy about like puberty is like the death of the American boy. Like
Like, at a certain point.
Back in my day, I didn't have hair almost anywhere. Now I'm getting it in my armpit. I'm getting it. This is Sebastian Maniscalco as a 12-year-old.
I'm getting it in my arm.
There's a little bit on my dick. My dick, it used to be like this, and then it started growing. Now I got a dick that's several inches long. What am I supposed to do with this thing? It takes 2-3 days for the pee to get from one end of my dick to the other. I liked it back when my dick was tiny, when I had a baby's dick. We should all stay babies.
That's how it feels to me. Because
totally. Me too.
At a certain point, you are obsolete. It just happens. Like
you're old,
phones, if phones could do stand up, there'd be a fucking 3-pound Nokia being like, "Hey, well, how come I turned out okay?" They used to, and it's like, well, you did turn out okay, but not anymore. It's about to end. And
also,
you need to accept that.
The other thing about that type of argument that's really funny is that just because you have one example doesn't mean that that's a rule now. And that's a way that I've done it. We've all done. It's how human beings talk, and we should really probably stop. My favorite is like we all have this one friend that's like, actually, this person probably doesn't exist as much anymore, but I remember being younger and having the friend who was like, my great grandfather, he ate 5 pounds of bacon every day and smoked 17 pack of cigarettes before noon, and he lived to be 135. And it's like, okay, well, no one else did that ever. That was an accident that guy stayed alive.
Yeah, it was very unlikely.
You didn't tell us that he injected himself with adrenaline every day or something. Like, he is just like a weird anatomical anomaly in the human race that's able to eat that amount of fat and sugar every day and still be able to walk around when they're 100 years old. The rest of us have to work out and shit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's just as dumb as going like, if you drink enough water, you'll get 7 feet tall. My uncle is 7 feet tall.
Right.
Well, that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Him being 7 feet tall had a lot to do with other things.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like,
control.
Yeah, man. So just goes to show you, if you put on a diaper, you're the president. Everybody who wears a diaper becomes president one day.
Yeah. It's all true.
Yeah, man. If you have a gold toilet and you want to fuck your kids, you're gonna get elected. Like,
oh boy,
hell yeah! All right.
Yeah. Did I tell you? So I'm in Montana now.
So that's
and it was like -15 when I checked into the motel, and the lady behind the desk is like this friendly ass Montana lady who's just like, "Little cold out there, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's the coldest I've ever been in my life." And she's like, well, it's going to warm up tomorrow. It's going to get pretty warm. It's going to get up 29. And I was just like, oh, God.
Wow.
Like, still below freezing. It's still hell.
Jesus.
I just couldn't believe that was her. She called it warm. And I was just like, what world? It's going to be warm
It's
tomorrow.
negative 15. Can you even, like, in negative 15, how does it feel to be outside? Like, do you
Bad.
cover your face?
Feels
You
bad.
must cover your face
My
when you
cheek.
walk.
No, I mean, I had a hat and gloves and a coat and everything, but it's like the ears is the most painful. So like I can deal with nose and cheeks. That's whatever. I got a beard, but my cheeks were cold for a very long time.
Wow.
And they really got cold, but it's fine. You know, I didn't
And
get
your
frostbite.
ears, yeah,
But
probably
if
your
you, as long as you got a
fingers.
hat or something, your ear, like that's the main thing. Because when it's negative and your ears are out, that's the real hell. I can deal with a cold nose.
Man, interesting.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
sucked, man. I hate.
I
being
always
cold.
cover my ears, but I always leave my toes out. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm yeah, I'm always wearing open toe sandals when I'm in the Arctic Circle.
That's a bad idea.
That's
a bad idea. How cold is it in New York now?
Dude, it is 60 fucking degrees.
Oh God.
It's weird, dude. There's definitely something going on with the climate. I don't know what it is, but there's You're right.
No.
Yeah. Anyway,
no, it's the same.
You're right. It's the same.
It's the same as it was before. I love that they'll say both. They'll go, it's not changed. It's the same. And you go, well, it is different. They go, it always changes. And you go, wait, you just said it wasn't different.
Yeah, totally.
No, it always does that.
Well, either way, I gotta go because I just remembered I haven't poured an entire barrel of crude oil out my window all day. And
it reminds me of like gangster movies when they're like, did you kill my uncle? And he's like, ooh, your uncle's a great man. And they're like, you killed him, didn't you? And they're like, oh, he's dead. I didn't know he was dead.
Janitor at the library his entire life.
I didn't kill nobody. And
that's
then
not
like,
what I said. I didn't
and he deserved it. You said he deserved it and you didn't do it? I don't know.
Hey, look, maybe your uncle choked on his pasta. Maybe someone made him do that. Like, is that someone you?
Hey, what are you going to say?
Yeah, you know, some people, they have dinner and then they don't come home.
I would actually prefer it if they just talked like gangsters. I can't stand when it's like Ted Cruz being like, the climate is, you know, it's the climate is constantly changing, and you're just like, what the fuck? Just say, suck my dick. We're not gonna do anything. Just say it.
The climate is, yeah. I mean, this is like now we've gotten into like sort of territory where like what we're saying is obvious. Like obviously, it's fucking devious and crazy what these guys are doing with climate change. But it's hard. It's really hard. It's similar to the Mr. Potato Head thing where it's hard to talk about because it is so politically charged that you seem like you're on a fucking soapbox.
Yeah.
But it's comical to be like, because the climate is different. Like that part is like, it's just not possible to argue about it.
Yeah, it's not the same as it was.
Like, yeah. It's like if I were to draw a circle on a piece of paper and you were like, well, you know, I don't know if there's a circle on the paper. And I'm like, yes, there is. Well, I don't know. Like, and it's just sort of like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't know. I don't even know how to make fun of it because it's so, God.
Yeah, it is absurd. That's what I always do. Like whenever because I'm trying out so many new bits this year. Like whenever I feel like I would do a bit like that and be like, well,
right.
Always after I like to follow it up with something to make me not seem like it's too many in a row on the same, like, because I do believe in like, which is probably not correct, but I do believe in shit like, you know, like if you're a pedophile, I think we should like stone you to death,
right?
Or on TV, you know, or like shoot you on CNN. Like I do believe in like very harsh, violent punishments. I do believe in that.
Yeah, man.
So I also feel a lot of things, but I think that bad people should be hurt.
Yeah, I think that if you're a pedophile, you should be shot on CNN, and I think that we should have the same punishment for if you directed The Green Knight.
That's a pretty specific.
Well, I think it's a pretty egregious thing to do. And yeah, totally.
You
Yep.
know what I was thinking the other day? You know how people will say, they'll still say, doctors will even say it. They'll go, you know what? He just died of a broken heart. They'll like say that,
Yeah,
which is
totally.
like, it's made me wonder, shouldn't that be what we do to like Vladimir Putin? Because they wouldn't suspect that. Like they're going to check for poison and weapons. But like if you flew to Russia and made him fall in love with you and really rocked his world and then
That's
broke up with
he
him
died of a broken heart.
and then kill him with a broken heart.
Oh, the war with Ukraine came to a close today when Vladimir Putin got dumped.
I mean, no one's thought of it. I'm just bringing up
Man,
new ideas.
Turns out his girlfriend has cheated on him with a local warlord, and wow,
Yeah, he just gets really sad.
yeah,
It's over.
that's really funny. Oh man, the process for the road to World War I began when Archduke Ferdinand was gaslit by his family, and
I got something to say about the term gaslight. Gaslighting has the term becoming a term has led to more of it because now people that gaslight know about the word,
right? And
which is
so
worse.
So what they
I'm
do
not
is
trying
they
to
accuse you
gaslight
of it.
Yeah.
The
Well, that's
easiest
what
way
they
to
do.
gaslight someone is to accuse someone of gaslighting you.
So we're all
Totally.
fucked now.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm being gaslit, and I'm like, what? I just said you hit me. You ran into me with your backpack.
Did I?
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
Did I really?
You just hit me in the face with your backpack on the plane. Don't try and gaslight me.
Totally. It turns out
happened,
that like
though.
people who are going to manipulate their way through life are just going to do it no matter what. Those people are geniuses. There's people that are like who there are just so many people where at some point, I think probably when they were 13 years old, it always happens in 7th grade. 7th graders and 8th graders are pieces of shit, and fuck you if you're listening. And
Yeah,
make it to 9th
for
grade
real.
real quick.
People are telling you you're special, and you need to change a lot of things about yourself.
Yeah, you got to slow down.
You don't have feelings yet. You have not developed empathy. And look, help that. It's going to be a few more years. So just watch yourself, because your lack of empathy might get you might get your ass beat and deserve it. So just chill,
But yeah, these people, and I would say it's a sizable percentage of the population who gaslight everybody, like 30%, when they're 13, somewhere between their 13th birthday and being 13 and a half years old. One day they're sitting in class, they're sitting in fucking earth science class, and they're like, oh my God, you know what? I could lie to everyone all the time. And
well,
no
the
one
first
can
time you
stop
have
me.
a lie that works, it feels pretty great.
Yeah,
because you're like, damn, that worked.
Wow. I said a thing that wasn't true, and they think it is true, and they like me more than the person I lied about. Huh. Well, 2 thumbs up.
5 stars for lying.
Yeah,
this is going great.
Totally. Man, next week I'm going to try out stealing, and I think next year I'm going to try to get my way into cheating. Those are the 3 I've heard are pretty good.
And after that, fence.
Yeah,
I really want to get into fence. I always
Fence?
forget what that. It's a crime.
Fencing.
Fence is a crime. I always forget what it is. Fence is a crime. It always makes me laugh whenever I see it. Like I'll see it on the news. They'll be like, and he was also breaking and entering and fence. I'm like,
Wait, what are you talking about?
Fence is a crime. You haven't heard about this?
I don't even know what you're saying.
Fence is
FENCE.
Individual who knowingly buys stolen goods in order to later resell them for profit.
No, yeah, you're talking about fencing goods. They don't just say the word fence. He's guilty of fence. They're guilty of fencing materials or something like that, right? Or do
I've seen him just say fence.
Oh, I've never seen that in my life.
On one count of fence.
Really? Wow. Yeah. I've never heard that ever. Interesting.
Yeah, and I just think I'm like, find a better name. I think we already have what a fence is.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That happens a lot. What's another one of those? Just a term that like really shouldn't Huh.
There's probably a bunch.
There
I
is
think
a bunch.
English sucks. It's one of the worst languages ever. Every
Yeah.
word means 8 things and then 3 things sarcastically. And
Yeah.
it's just a pile of shit. Like, I just hate it. Like bet.
Yeah.
Bet meant like 8 things. Now it means
Yeah.
9 because people just started saying it trying to be cool. Cap. Now cap means lie.
Right.
The
That's right.
hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just too much.
Man.
And there's nothing
I'm
worse than
also,
somebody starting to say it. I've noticed some of my friends, I'll be like, they'll say cap, and I'm like,
oh, that's sad
oh no,
because
you're in
you're
your
not friends with
30s.
25-year-olds. Yeah. It
Everything
is,
you said.
it is interesting, dude. So I'm 40 now,
Yeah.
and so it's been like that thing where I like like slang shows up and I didn't know it. Stopped irking me even a little because it's been years now that I've been in that place where I've been,
Mhm.
like at a certain point you're just like not plugged into pop culture, right?
Right.
But also you do have to actively resist the urge to want young people to think you're cool. Like it is, we all have it. Because we all want to be accepted and have friendship and love, right? So you see like young people, you're constantly exposed to young people because the older people they like get married and have kids and settle down and you stop seeing them. And if you're in the public eye or you're looking at social media or TV or whatever, you keep seeing whatever the young people are. And so I think a human being's instinct is like, shit, I got to get them to like me. But
Mhm.
you got to not. And I'm
Yeah.
proud to say I am at least now not doing it. I am actively not doing it. I'm trying to remember because here's the other thing that we forget all the time, that there's still the same amount of 40-year-olds and you could just try to get them to like you. And just because
Right.
they don't know, we have our own community where, we like all have a beer gut and we're like really interested in public safety, and and that's lame to a child who's 24 or whatever, but not to
Right.
us. And why is that less valid? Just because
Right. They'll be
kids are
40
like,
one
yo,
day
fuck
and
you.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we all have opinions about Peter Gabriel and stuff.
Yeah.
And we think it's really cool. All the ways that you can cook kale. There's like all sorts of shit that 40-year-olds are into, man. The Best Western is the lowest tier of hotel we stay at now. You know what I mean? I'm
You know
not
what I
going
like
to.
about the 40-year-olds
Uh-huh.
is I like to have a nice conversation about the order of things. I like to
Yeah.
wake up, eat,
Yes.
shower, take a shit,
Yeah.
then work out.
When I was
No, I like to
younger,
wake up, work out, drink water, eat shit. No, you know what I do? I take a shower at night, wake up, shower again, quick one, then work out, another shower after the work. I like that.
yes, I
I
love it.
like that.
Do you know how many people I have in my life now whose main interest it is to have a full day?
Mhm.
They just want to have a full day, and they'll tell you that word for word. Like, when I was younger, I really wanted to party. I wanted to get out there and socialize. But now, what I nerd out on is having a full day. Yeah, man. If I can wake up and then the order comes, if I can wake up, do my chores around the house inside of half an hour, make myself breakfast, scoop out the cat litter, then by 11 a.m. I'm working out. By 12:30, I'm showered, I'm done. I got a whole day ahead of me. Now what do? I can do more chores if I got those coming. I could meet a friend for lunch. So then all that stuff is done by 2, and then I got until 8 p.m. to get all my work done, Then I can go to a movie. I can hang out with my wife, man. And then at the end of that day, I really feel like I won. So just try to do that every day.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I,
that's the
I love
lamest thing
that.
on earth, but I
It's
love it.
no, but that's I just heard the one the other. It's hard as a stand up because it's like tonight I have a show at 7 and 9. I'll probably get off stage at 10:30, 11. Probably
Yeah,
talk to the comics for 30 minutes, an hour. So
right.
it's like, but I listen to this guy, the guy that wrote The War of Art.
Oh yeah, what's
This
that
dude's
guy's
in his
name,
70s. He's the best. Wakes up at 3 every morning.
dude?
Works out. By 4 o'clock, he's done with his workout, showers, starts, eats breakfast, he writes, he goes to bed at 7, and he's written like 22 books. And
Yeah,
I'm like, man, like if I didn't do like stand up, you're clock is just kind of fucked. But
Totally.
boy, imagining being worked out, showered, and having breakfast, and the sun is just coming up. You already did all that
No,
shit.
crazy. I know.
What
No,
a
it's
day.
so. It is such an invigorating feeling to have your shit together. And you know what else I think about a lot lately? I this is newer. I wasn't always like this, and I guess it's because I didn't even try to do it. But I really mean this in every way. If I notice that I have taken care of myself in any category, I feel the greatest sense of pride. I feel like, yeah, I'm a man who has his ducks in a row. And having my ducks in a row
Yeah.
is
My
like,
ducks, I hate when they're all fucking all over the place.
yeah, man, when they're all in a flying V or whatever, one of them's
Yeah.
dead.
Get in a
One of them's
row.
totally. When I was in my 20s, one of them was a goose. Like, for example, today, it's always in simple ways. Today it's raining, and the simple feeling of looking out and it's raining and windy, and I'm inside and it's warm in here, that's a big win for me.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in the past, I guess it was a given in my mind because I was like not I was either like young enough that I was still getting help from my parents, or I didn't really know what I was doing, so I like wasn't paying attention to it, or I wasn't prioritizing taking care of myself. But now my job is to make sure I have a home. I'm the one who makes the money that pays my rent, and if I don't do that, I don't have a roof. And also, some apartments suck and all that shit. If I have food in my fridge where I can make breakfast, I literally will make breakfast being like, that's right. I went grocery shopping. I did that. I'm the one who caused me to fucking eat.
Yeah.
And I just
Eh,
feel like a
There is
hero.
pride. And it's a
Yeah,
good
dude.
feeling,
Yeah.
like to be like, I figured out rent 200 times.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? And when you're talking, there's hard not to feel like whenever you're talking to somebody who's like 22 or something. And they're like, you know what I've learned? And I'm like, what? Having paid rent 9 times. What have you learned, dipshit?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to do that because it's like I was 21, I didn't know anything. But
that's the part about having kids that I
yeah.
absolutely totally relate to and understand. And I think that's actually partially what's happening in my brain. Like, I don't have kids, so I don't have that to think about. But there's so many ways that it like fucks your life up, and I wonder if I want them at all. But a feeling that does seem really good is you like look at your kid, they're fully clothed, they're warm, they're healthy, they have like a full stomach, they are like happy, and you did all that. God, that's got to be a great feeling that you like took care of
It
something.
seems good. Yeah. They all say it. Well, they always go like this. They always, whenever they always do their face like that, and they go, "It's worth it." But you can see literal pain. And they're
Right.
like, "It's worth it by 51% worth it." There's
Well,
a narrow majority.
whether you hate your entire life or
Yeah.
not, I do think you'll feel pride for that. Like, you
Yeah.
hear like that's like with some that's I think a way that I like those old school motherfuckers, because old school men will be like, sending your daughter to college, now that's man's work.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, your wife did it too, but yes. Yeah, that's what I definitely am interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is interesting.
yeah.
And
It
you get to
is.
feel like a little king.
Yes.
Parents love to be like, in this house,
Yeah, totally.
I've decreed. That's
Yeah,
they
totally.
must get off on that. They're a little dictator. All
Yeah, they
parents
really
are
like.
dictators. And
Yeah. You don't get to say fuck you in your dumb mouth when you're under my roof. And you're like, okay. Should I go stand outside and yell it at you?
yeah.
You want me to go get my apartment and then I'll call you and tell you to suck my dick? Like, I think you won't like it no matter what.
I remember drinking my like putting my cereal bowl up to my mouth to like and I remember my mom said, if you're gonna eat like a dog, you gotta sleep outside with the dogs.
Dude, I know.
So it was like a weird, she didn't say stop. She said, if you eat like that, you will sleep in a doghouse.
That's a threat.
Like an animal.
That's a really common threat that
Yeah.
I think is sort of passe at this point. Yeah.
But my parents never bluffed, so I knew they would. They
Wow.
never bluffed once. And Yeah, they got some stuff wrong, but boy, it was like knowing that they never made a threat that they did not
Wow.
carry through on.
That sounds kind of fun. I don't think I
Oh,
could be
man.
that guy, but just like if you're gonna eat like a dog, you're gonna eat dog food, and then you go get dog food and make your kid eat dog food.
Oh, the best was when they would go, if you don't finish your dinner, that's your breakfast. You can't have cereal or like a fun breakfast.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to eat green beans for breakfast. If you don't eat them right now, they're going in the fridge. You're eating them in the morning, and they always follow through.
Wow. That's crazy.
They always follow through.
I never
And it
got
was,
that
oh
one.
man, when I remember one time getting up, I was so excited that morning. I was like, I'm gonna watch my brother eat green beans for breakfast while I'm eating delicious, delicious sugary cereal. Oh man, that Schadenfreude was hard to beat.
Man, that's great, dude.
But yeah, that was the last time he didn't eat his green beans.
Yeah, no shit. That's a way to teach a fucking lesson. God damn, dude. Hey, welcome to What's It Called, everybody.
Hey, we're the Potato Boys.
Oh, yeah, what's up, Richard Carnes? Get ready to lay down,
get ready to lay
motherfucker.
down.
Lay her down, get on in, get in bed and lay down. You know what I mean?
Swing
you
it
can't
around,
listen to
turn
the
it
show
up,
unless
and
you're in
shit
bed.
it out.
Yeah, that's
what I
right.
feel. In your mind.
Hold your get ready to do-si do, but on the ground.
Do-si-do on the ground.
Yeah, that's right. This is both a barn dance and a slumber party, but no one's moving.
Dude.
Yeah, that's right. Totally. It's like if a hoedown was where people stand still. You get it.
Dude,
sure,
I
it
do
didn't make any sense.
Why things got to make sense?
Our website is whatsitcalled.rodeo. Speaking of which, our
You
Patreon
damn
is
right.
patreon.com/whatsitcalled. If you want bonus episodes of us and other shit, we got a Discord and there's links to all that stuff on our website, whatsitcalled.rodeo. You got road dates, bro?
Oh, you damn right I do. I'm all over the world. I'll be on February 24th. That's coming. That's this weekend. Castle Rock, Colorado. I'll be at Burley Brewing. February 25th in Casper, Wyoming. I will be at Grunge Brothers Brewing. March 3rd and 4th, Denver Comedy Lounge. March 10th and 11th, Laughs in Tucson. March 23rd through the 26th, I'll be at the Riot Comedy Festival in Houston with Dave Ross. It's going to be the shit.
Yeah.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
that's crazy. You were like hovering around the mountain time zone for months. It's really interesting. It's like not a place where you see people doing tons of comedy, and you're doing all the comedy you could possibly do there. It's cool, man. Wyoming, Montana, Arizona. It's cool, man.
And I can't stop. I would like to be booked in all the time zones, but only the coldest fucking places on earth during the coldest time is where I've managed to get. And it must be that a lot of people said no. I don't feel like doing that show -15. But, dumb old Caleb. And I just got a couple more. March 31st and April 1st, I'll be at the Grand Comedy Club in Escondido, California. And May 18th through the 21st, I'll be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati, Ohio. So come out to that and bring a gas mask. It is a nightmare. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude. Goddamn.
Yeah. What a world.
That's an awesome list of dates there, bro. Oh, actually, I have one next week too.
Hell yeah.
This week. Now that this is dropping February 20th. Thursday, February 23rd, I'm headlining this show Power Bottom at Capitoline in Asbury Park, New Jersey. And so if you're in the Jersey area, I mean, it's also like very close to New York City, but this is a show I'm like doing a longer set. And actually that's not true because I guess Asbury Park it's on the Jersey Shore. So anyway, if you're having trouble getting into the city and you want to see me, I'll be out in Jersey doing that. And that show is supposed to be really, really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I can't even believe I forgot, bud.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
There is slight stubble.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
Whoa.
Yeah. I didn't see it coming, but every conservative is very pissed that Chelsea Handler doesn't have children. So they're pulling all-nighters combing up clips of her trying to prove that if you don't have kids, there's no happiness for you in this world.
Is she the official host of the Daily Show now?
She's just doing a week. They have a bunch of
Yeah,
guests.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
But yeah, she just posted, and it's so clearly a comedy video where she's just like, here's what happens if you don't have kids. You wake up, you jack off, you go back to sleep, you have a glass of wine, you fly to Europe for lunch, you cure diseases, you invent time travel. It's just all this. It's like clearly
It's like a bit about being single.
And
yeah.
And then everybody was just like, if you do, Ben Shapiro's like, if you do not have kids, if a woman does not bear children, she is unhappy. She is an old shrew. She cannot continue. Like that is her purpose. Like it's all of them. Tucker Carlson.
Why do they care? Why is it
because they want more? I can assume they just want more. I think it all goes back to what it all goes back to. They want more American babies and less immigrants babies. I think is the
okay.
It's the same.
I know that, but I guess what I'm saying is why specifically. I guess I don't even understand. Like Chelsea Handler has been alive ever since the day she was born, and
True.
It's same with me, by the way.
Oh damn! Is that a coincidence? I don't know.
Are we the same person? We both have a birthday, and that's when we started living. And am I her? But she's also been a comedian in the public eye for a long time, and she's only doing a week. Is it literally that she just like showed up on the Daily Show and now she's like in their field of view, so they're trying to like own her? It just seems like, why now? Like she's always been here. Like what the fuck? She's had specials and shows and tours. She's been famous for years.
Well, they gotta say something, like they have.
But here's my question that I maybe like you understand, and I don't even understand why now is why. What happened that they had to say something? The Daily Show? Is that literally it? Because also, didn't Wanda Sykes do a fucking
right?
I guess I'm just like, I don't even know if I'm conveying what I'm saying. Like at a very basic sense, I don't get it at all. Why bring her up? Yeah.
Well, they all these guys, everyone at the Daily Wire has to put out an hour of content a day.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you say Biden's old, you get done with that. You go, the left is trying to make a potato gay. That kills about 5 minutes. And then you got to encourage people to have more children so that Social Security doesn't bankrupt. That's the way they think. Something about how it's good to be straight and have a lot of kids and get married. And that's and so a big, they have to hit that from as many angles as they can. So that was just part of it, but it's like, it's such a, I just can't believe they care that much. It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've all done like 3 shows about it. Who gives a shit? Dude. Do you really want her having kids? Do you really want, okay, so she's the evil leftist feminist lady, and you want her to reproduce at a large rate? Like, what are you talking about? It's a weird, shouldn't that make you happy? That conservatives have more kids than like, if that's what your theory, shut the fuck up, right? But no, I don't know. Yeah, but it's pretty.
I still don't understand. I actually understand everything you said. I just don't know if I'll ever what you said makes sense, but I still don't understand in the first place why Chelsea Handler all of a sudden. I guess anyone. That's what it is, right? They're like. They're just like a dog in the park, like a bird flies by, and they're like, "Oh, I remember birds."
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, well, they gotta say, and a lot of it, I think, is lazy producers who are like, they're like, "What am I going to talk about today?" They're like, "Well, there's a woman without children. We could scorn her for that. We could heap scorn upon her for being barren." And he's like, "Sweet, roll, let's go."
That's really funny, dude. Just like, wow. Yeah. Thank you for watching the Constantinople News Network. And a woman to be scorned. It's really funny. Right. Yeah. It just seems like an extra, I don't know. I think the reason it confuses me, I probably just shouldn't let stuff like this confound me the amount that it does. But it's just like one thing if Chelsea Handler shows up hosting the Daily Show and they're like, man, fuck you. Fuck her. I hate her. And I don't want her to be the host of the Daily Show. But I guess it's just extra funny to me that someone shows up as the host of the Daily Show and your reaction to that is you should have kids. It's just so crazy to me. Like, I don't even, how does your brain do that?
I don't know.
It's beautiful almost. It's incredible.
Yeah. Once you get that, once your brain is
Yeah.
filtering everything through that, it's like, I guess they can't turn it off. It's like everything. I love Gilbert Lowen's bit about how he's like how, like, you just, when they look up in the sky and they see a satellite and they're like, look at that liberal satellite flying around with only left wings. Like, dude, it's just a satellite. It's not liberal. Can you?
Yeah, dude.
Bill.
I do like that. It is also, I'm realizing a lot of these arguments are like that now. They're like, like the Mr. Potato Head thing. Like, they're changing the name of Mr. Potato Head to Potato Head. Okay, well, I want my potato to be a man. It's just like, why don't you just say that you don't like them and their argument and not just like get really worked up about the potato specifically? I think that's what's funny about it, right? I do. I just love that, man. Hillary Clinton runs for president again, and they're like, you know what? She should get a cat. She should get a cat. They're just like gossip columnists for fucking angry politics, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I want to tell them all to, turn that brain off and lay down. Like, just chill.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be happy when a potato is pissing you off. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you believe this? You fucking believe this? Fucking potato, dude. What's next? Zucchini doesn't have a mustache. You trying to tell me my paintings don't talk? Okay, fine.
How entitled are you? I want my potato-related toys with dicks. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's
I
like,
don't
why
think
don't you-
you're owed new potato toys with dicks.
When I was a kid, it was Mr. Bucket. Okay.
They changed it to a person from Nantucket. There was a person from Nantucket.
Yeah.
With some genitals so long they could suck them. You believe they changed my favorite dirty limerick? Oh, what's
man.
it gonna be?
My
next?
favorite morning radio DJ was Man Cow. Yeah. Now he's They Cow. All right.
Oh boy.
Dude. We're renaming Banshees of Inisherin this week.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, we are.
And
Well,
dude, I love that movie. And
it's good.
Once you've seen the movie, I think the name is good. But if you haven't seen the movie, it's like the stupidest, worst name for something possible.
It is the namiest name. Like, it's up there with Shawshank Redemption for like boy, you named it that.
Yeah, so it's like Babadook. It's like, man, shut up.
And
Like,
these are all good movies. Babadook's great. Shawshank's great. But sometimes people just name something. And it's like,
yeah, totally. What's the movie called? It's called having a bath. At a certain point, there's so many syllables in the name, it just sounds like fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. There's a movie that came out this past year called Good Luck to You, Leo Grand. And I'm like, a whole sentence. Great. Why don't you make the whole script the title? What the fuck are we doing?
It is better than calling it Dog.
Yeah, there's a happy medium. Gotta be.
We still gotta hate watch Dog, dude. There's no way
That's
Dog
true.
is good.
I can't wait.
Channing
Dog.
Tatum,
They could call it Dead Dog because we all know that's coming.
oh shit! Does the dog die in
Every
Dog?
dog movie, the dog dies.
Oh man, that's
Every
not true.
one
Not
of them.
in Homeward Bound, they get home, dude.
Well,
It's
that's
tough.
Dog and
It's
Cat
tough. That's true. The
If the
cat's
dogs
there, so.
talk, then it's all bets are off.
Oh, that's true. Can't kill the dog if it
If the
talks.
dog doesn't talk, you better kill it, or no one's gonna come. No one's gonna watch it.
But there's no way the dog talks in dog. It would be called talking dog.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Or Scruffy. They'd give it a name like that.
Yeah, Scooby Doo or some stupid shit like that. And man, how great would it be if every episode of Scooby Doo died?
Oh man, that's actually sounds like a pitch for something.
Yeah, totally. Dead Scooby Doo.
Dead Scooby Doo. That'd be funny.
Yeah, totally. And it turns out that actually it was the lighthouse keeper the whole time.
You can't trust lighthouse keepers. If there's one thing I've learned, is
Yeah.
they're all up to something.
Yeah. How about this for a name for Banshees of Inisherin? Silent Eye for the awkward guy.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good.
Dude. Yeah.
How about fuck therapy?
Yeah, dude, totally. It is, man. I guess what I love about it, my one complaint about the movie, this is going to include a few spoilers. I'll try not to do a lot of them, but you should really see the movie because it's great.
It's good.
Even like once the violence started happening at the end, I could have honestly done without that. I thought that the concept of two old men one of them no longer wanting to hang out is just on its face so fucking funny. Especially there's like a literal war happening like 30 miles away and they can all see it. But the guy's just like, oh, I don't think he likes me.
Yeah. And I just love to, I like the violence at the end because it's like, that is how a lot of, that's a funny way to distill, especially a civil war.
Yeah, right.
It's just like, I don't like you. Why?
Yes.
I want to work on the fiddle. Well, what? Everything was fine.
My favorite line in the whole movie is when what's his name? Fucking Brendan Gleeson is talking to Colin Farrell's sister. And he's like, he's boring. And she goes, you're all fucking boring. Yeah, which is so true.
Yeah.
They're just like the lamest people who ever lived.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, just hang out for God's sake.
Right. Is your art that important?
What if we called it Thumb War?
Ooh, whoa, dude.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
If Skinamarink gets made, Thumb War can get made.
Yeah, totally.
How about In Bruges, The Legend of Curly's Gold?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's it's really funny.
The Legend of Curly's Gold, I think, is my all-time favorite. That's the funniest sequel name possible.
I do think we should call it, Two in Two Bruges. Yeah. It really is In Bruges again. And In Bruges,
I love In Bruges.
Rules. It's like one of my favorite movies. It's like one of two movies I have saved on my laptop in case I'm somewhere with no Wi-Fi and I want to watch a movie.
Yeah,
In Bruges.
it's so good.
And that Australian movie, Animal Kingdom. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't.
Oh my God, really? Dude,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's so good. The guy, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who made that movie, The King, that's on Netflix. Have you seen that movie? With Timothée Chalamet and Sean Casey? Oh my God, dude. That movie fucking rules. It's so
Damn,
good.
well, send me a link. I want to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. That movie's especially fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly all I got for Banshees of Inisherin, man. I don't know.
I had I do think I saw someone in the tweets had a similar one too, but Irish Goodbye seems like what it could have been.
Also, like mine's, there's someone in the Twitter who said Thumb War. I saw that too.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Drunk Shakespeare is that's the feeling. That's how I would describe this movie is Drunk Shakespeare.
Oh,
it's incredibly written, and it's very Irish and very drunk.
I do think if there were a way to call the movie, and obviously, like the British version of that, which I don't know, what's a big, very, very British movie.
The King's Speech is anything with Colin Firth in it is British as shit.
Especially the King's Speech. But the King's Speech is like if this guy if he had a stutter also and was super unsure of himself. And I don't even know how to yeah, we just go on forever. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a feeling like
We should rename the King's Speech.
when you start a car in England, they all sound like that. Like an
Yeah.
old-fashioned car.
Yeah.
You're like, oh boy, you flooded it.
Yeah, totally. Oh, the car won't start. I think if a car won't start in London, you have to push hair out of its eyes. Oh man, God,
Yeah,
man,
dude.
I want to be one of those soldiers with the big hats. That's what I want,
Oh
man.
yeah, big old hat.
Yeah, dude.
I miss old hats, dude.
How awesome would it be if you walked out of your apartment one morning and a guy wearing that big hat was running straight at you with a bayonet, and
Oh,
you know what I
damn.
mean? Just
I gotta tell you, that's the way I think I'm least likely to die. If that's how if
Yeah.
I die by being bayoneted, I will eat my fucking hat. I'll tell you that.
That's true. I don't think,
think-
I think you're right. I think there's 0% chance that you'll be bayoneted, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My theory is that I'll be in my 80s and I'll die of 9 things at the same time.
Right. Most
All of
likely,
my organs will stop working. That's how I think.
totally. My back will get in a fight with my kidneys, and then I'll just
Right.
fucking die. It's funny to say that about, like, bayoneting is probably not on the table. I think that there's like a 5 or 6% chance I'll get shot. Like, I probably won't be shot, but I might be.
Right.
I would give myself a solid 1.5% chance I'll be axed to death. I don't think I'll be axed.
I do think it's likely for either of us that we might be shocked to death. Like
right.
You ever one time I was trying to pull
Like,
I was trying to pull
we'll
something
see
out
a
of the
woman
mountain.
wearing pants and we'll be like, and no.
I tried to unplug my laptop the other day, and it was like behind a desk in a wall outlet, and I was like, trying to get it, and I didn't even realize I was inching it out. That my fingers were touching the prongs that were still in there. They're still plugged in.
Oh, I see.
And I just started having electricity go through my body, and I was like,
yes,
I am dumb enough that I could have done this with something more powerful and just die. You know.
Wow.
So we'll see.
I think if I make
feel
it to
fine.
90, I'm gonna start committing crimes.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Try to, because I feel like you don't fuck with anyone your whole life, and then at 90, you like do heroin and steal and like kill a bunch of people. Wouldn't it be kind of an accomplishment to, starting at 90, get yourself in the electric chair? I think, yeah.
You die like as you're sitting in it.
Yeah, the chair hurts. Like the wood of the chair, I can't.
If someone dies as they sit on the chair, do they still crank it up? I mean, he died.
Yeah, everyone's already in the room. You probably still want to watch the show. Yeah. Yeah, shock a dead body. Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I don't
Man.
know. We'll look it up.
I wonder if anyone has ever gotten lethal injection not from the state.
Well, you know who did was the entire population.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about anti-vaxxers is that everyone's still
yeah.
alive.
Yes.
And they just got to be like, well.
Yeah, totally. Well, there's still, I mean, don't forget that one lady who shook a bunch. I think we're all forgetting about the lady who walked around shaking.
I think we all remember there were no heart attacks before 2021 as well.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
yeah.
No one ever fell to the ground before.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So many of those people that were mad too. It's like, you're already in your house. The only time you leave your house is to go to church. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They just need something. They just need something.
Yeah, totally.
And,
gotta get mad.
Sad. Yeah.
If you can't get mad, what are you gonna do with your time? Just feel other feelings? Well, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, no way.
Man. All right, you guys, as always, had so many good names. It was too many to include in our top 10. So we did our best, but if we're not reading yours, I should say a special shout. And the reason that Thumb War isn't on the list is that I had come to I had already like come with that one in my list, so it didn't feel like I wanted to add it to the list. But damn it, what the fuck? I'm like trying to get the list of tweets here, and Twitter is being stupid.
Twitter.
Here we go. Shout out to Asparagus Fring for also saying Thumb War. Fuck yeah.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Great minds. Hell yeah. All right. Our top 10.
Hell yeah.
There are some real good ones. Coming in at number 10 at Eric W. Barnes says, oh, yeah, by the way, we always do a pun game on Twitter. And today it was if Banshees of Inisherin was directed by Michael Bay. And yeah, so many of these are good. Eric W. Barnes says, Banch Formers in sheer night of the moonfuck. Hell yeah, dude.
At Ghost Party said the Banshee of my balls and 3D's nuts.
Oh, dude. I was saying to Caleb, that one, like, if you were to show that one to someone just 3 years ago, they would be like, what is any of this at all? And 40 years ago, forget about it. It like doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'd do with a time machine. I'd go show people tweets.
Yeah, me too. At Larry Bolello said, Fingermageddon.
I mean, just great.
Good stuff, dude.
At Bohemian Rhapsody said, not Friends.
Not Friends is like a very good, actual, serious, real name for this
Not
movie.
Friends. I love it. Totally. Too. It's capitalized like the show Friends. It's just very good.
Yeah, not
good.
Friends.
Not Friends.
At Sadie Quill said, fiddling and finger blasting, which is just fun to say.
At Scotty Too Hottie said the boom bang schwooms of Scottsdale.
Dude, that's funny too, because that is absolutely, Martin McDonagh is Irish as fuck, and Michael Bay is American as fuck.
Oh my
God. Absolutely, if Michael Bay were going to make the Banshees of Inisherin, it wouldn't be about two old men who don't want to be friends anymore. It would be, it would be about two cops who don't want to shoot each other in the face anymore or whatever. At Bobby Benedict said the boys' big blow up.
I mean, that's just
it.
fantastic.
It's so funny.
At Seth Mills said Love Island.
Good shit,
dude.
At Shibi Carlene said the bitches of itches, which is I don't even really know if I get it, but it's funny.
It's fun to say.
Yeah, totally.
Sounds like something Eminem would say. At Darth Plato said, this is our Ricky shit of the week, folks. Darth Plato, number one with a bullet. The Bumblebees of Ed Sheeran, which is just, that's up there with like Benedict Cumberbatch ass names. It's just fun to say.
Yeah.
It's just got Bumblebee in there. Just dynamite.
And I think Ed Sheeran might have been in the movie.
He might have been.
Cannot confirm. And
anything in England and Britain, he's around. He's always around.
You also can't prove he wasn't in it, even if you don't think he was. There's no proof.
It's hard to prove.
Yeah, you can't prove it. He's in there somewhere.
Hell yeah.
We love y'all very much. Thank you. Big shout out to Darth Plato, the Bumblebees of Ed Sheeran.
Hell yeah. Made us laugh a bunch of times.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for listening to our stupid ass show. You're the best.
You're the best. We'll do Moon News in the Patreon. I know everybody loves it. We didn't have time today, but join the Patreon. Buy yourself a hat at our web store. Maybe a shirt, a mug, some socks. That'll help us. And we love you.
Yeah, and hug your kids.
Hug them.
Hug them. Don't stop. I know you don't, but you should do it.
Do
it. Later, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Peace.
What's it called? What's it